You know what? I'm just looking at it. Would you say that the issues surrounding the insurgency have really gone worse off? Because as at January, or I think before the elections, it was like it was a final onslaught. And then, you know, the military reclaiming a whole lot of lost territories. But right now, it would seem like they're just having a field day.
No, I must commend Nigerian military. Boko Haram has been dealt with. There was a frontal physical attack and a lot of territories were reclaimed. But what we have now is guerrilla attack. It will be difficult to, you know, quickly put an end to that. You can only shake it and then put an end to it. Because you don't know, they plan it clandestinely, they implement it when you least expect it, and the target is civilians. You understand? They go to the marketplace, a suicide bomber, the person is ready to die and kill a lot of people. It might not be easy, but I'm aware that we have bomb jammers, we have devices that could check bomb. I've even heard that we have devices that could see, even if the person has swallowed the, you know, the bomb. But what they do, they wrap it, you know, on their bodies. You can tell before the suicide bomber gets to the target position.
So are those devices that
the only one that I know Nigeria, the only one that I know that we have in Nigeria are the bomb jammers. The bomb jammers are, from, you know, God forbid, you have it stationed here, and there's a bomb planted there, improvised device bomb, and it will not, it will not happen. You know, this bomb, the remote control bomb is frequency transmission. Just like you can jam your phone from receiving frequency, you can also jam the bomb from receiving frequency for detonation. You know, so I am aware that we have that in the country, but I don't know yet if we have the type that can, you know, detect and get the person blown off before the person gets to the target position. But even if you have all these, how many places will you deploy them? So I think it has to do with the people. It must be a collective effort. You know, you must watch out for strange people. You must watch out for somebody that is coming to it, particularly in the far north, where any person that wears hijab is seen to be one of us. You know, it is a difficult thing. But I think we must look for a way around it.
Mr. Zako.
Yes.
So let's leave security and come back to look at the legal structure, for instance. How would you say the war against corruption has been? I mean, since the president came. That was one of the campaign promises, to curb corruption as quickly as possible.
Well, corruption? I think it's too early to assess the president on his promise to curb corruption. Why I say it's pretty too early is most of the issues arising in courts on account of corruption and corrupt tendencies have been issues that have been in existence before the coming into existence of this administration.
But when this administration came in, the EFCC seemed to wake up.
Yes,
there'll be more invites, more arrests,
and
all of that.
It is not only EFCC that seemed to wake up. Every aspect of the nation seemed to wake up. And we have always noticed this, that whenever there is a change in government, even if it's from within the same party, there seems to be a new reawakening. And then such reawakening dies down after a while. So, not to talk of when there is an utter change of government and in terms of change even in party at the center. EFCC seemed to have woken up, but EFCC had not even shown that that waking up is for real, because there are two aspects of it. One is to wake up for real, and one is to wake up for the media. EFCC has woken up for the media, and they have not woken up to fight corruption. And in the real sense of it, EFCC has even lost a lot of highly celebrated cases. I mean, in the past 2-3 weeks, they've lost the one of the banking sector, they've lost the one of past administration, financial matter, the Aduche matter, and then they have always been given reasons that either they are being underfunded or that they lost the matter on grounds of technicality. Technicality is part of law. You recall that some lawyers will tell you that we may not be masters of the law, but we may be masters of its loophole. It's either you're a master of the law or you're a master of the loophole. Because the defense lawyer is doing everything possible to wriggle his client out of the case. That is the duty of the defense lawyer. It's the duty of the prosecution to make sure that the accused is entangled, brought to justice, found guilty before the law. So if EFCC fails to entangle its accused and then fail to secure conviction, then it is not the duty of the prosecution to do their work. In the first instance, EFCC was accused of commercializing their prosecution. And the national advocate had sometimes accused them of commercializing their prosecution. And if you have one thing to do with EFCC at a time or the other, you will not agree less. Some prosecutions, some cases were commercialized. What do I mean? A man is arrested. He brings forward something to grease the palm of the person who is prosecuting him, and then they deliberately bungle the prosecution. Deliberately. Yes, the spokesman of EFCC may say it is a lie, come and name names, but we know it is true. They deliberately bungle the prosecution. And some of the recoveries that they did from accused persons who had been convicted by the court and so whose properties had been forfeited to government were also mismanaged. And there are many instances of such issues that have even warranted some of them to go back to the court and say, look, you have to give me back my property because the law is not followed to the letter. I cannot lose my property because I'm a rogue and then lose it to another rogue. It's either I lose it to government on a sane ground or you give it back to me. So that has been that.
This picture you're painting now, it's looking like the war against corruption or anti-graft war is not going to be going forward pretty soon. I
tell you without any fear of contradiction that is not going to go pretty soon because the problem is essentially with the Nigerian people. President Buhari cannot be everywhere. We need this sanity from head to toe. If the head is sane and the midsection is rotten, it will affect the toe. And that's exactly what is going on in Nigeria. EFCC is not going to get as fast as you expect if the Nigerian people don't stop this level of avarice. It is so much. It is so much. The greed, the avarice, the primitive acquisition of wealth is so much in Nigeria.
Okay, Mr. Okechukwu, let's begin. Mr. Okechukwu, he said something that if the Nigerian people do not stop this level of greed, the war against corruption might not succeed as much as it is desired. Do you agree with this?
I agree with him entirely, but I also want to add that what happened in the past will not repeat itself.
How would it happen that it will not repeat itself?
We'll now have a president that has his own aura, and even the international community had assured him that immediately you come back with letters requesting us to open our vault to let you know those Nigerians who have stacked their money with us, we are going to cooperate with you. And if you want to go the whole hog, we'll open the whole books. So the message has been sent even to the EFCC, the anti-graft agencies. They now know that we have Mr. President who will not be interested to acquire properties in Abuja, who will not be interested to build houses in Lagos, who will not be interested to acquire properties in Dubai. So the message has been sent, and some of the things the Senior Council is mentioning do actually happen. But we are coming to a close to that. I understand as well that the Attorney General we are going to have will not be the Attorney General that will compromise